Hello, friends. Marriage, one of the most profound relationships ordained by God. It's not just about love, it's about unity, sacrifice, and growth. But let's face it, marriage isn't always easy. So, what does the Bible teach us about building and maintaining a strong, Christ-centered marriage? Today, we'll explore a biblical guide to marriage, covering love, unity, and growth through the timeless wisdom of Scripture. Whether you're newly married, have decades together, or are preparing for marriage, this guide will inspire and equip you to thrive in God's design for this sacred union. Marriage begins with God's blueprint. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, we find the foundation of marriage. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. This verse teaches us three key principles: prioritizing your spouse above all other earthly relationships; uniting, a lifelong commitment built on love and trust; becoming one emotional, physical, and spiritual unity that mirrors God's relationship with His people. Marriage isn't a contract, it's a covenant, a sacred promise made before God. Malachi chapter 2, verse 14 calls marriage a covenant of companionship. When we view marriage through this lens, we understand its depth and importance. Love is the cornerstone of a thriving marriage. But what does biblical love look like? It's not just romance, it's sacrificial and unconditional. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4 to 7 describes it beautifully. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. This love reflects God's love for us, as shown in 1 John chapter 4 verse 19. We love because He first loved us. Building a marriage on God's love means putting your spouse's needs above your own and forgiving as Christ forgave us. Biblical marriage thrives when both husband and wife embrace their God-given roles. Ephesians chapter 5 verses 22 to 25 lays this out clearly. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave Himself up for her. Now, let's unpack this, wives. Submission isn't about inferiority, it's about respecting and supporting your husband's leadership. Husbands, loving your wife as Christ loved the church means leading with humility, sacrifice, and selflessness. When both spouses follow these principles, marriage becomes a partnership that reflects Christ's relationship with the church. Healthy communication is vital for unity in marriage. Proverbs chapter 15 verse 1 teaches, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." Here are three biblical principles for communication. Speak truth in love. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 15. Speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become in every respect the mature body of Him who is the head. Listen with understanding. James chapter 1 verse 19. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Resolve conflict quickly. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. Marriage isn't about avoiding conflict, but resolving it with grace and forgiveness. Unity is the heartbeat of a strong marriage. Jesus prayed for unity in John chapter 17, verse 21, that all of them may be one, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you. In marriage, unity means aligning your goals, priorities, and faith. Here are practical ways to cultivate unity. Pray together. Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. For where two or three gather in my name, there am I with them. Make decisions together. Seek God's guidance as a team. Build spiritual intimacy. Study the Bible together and encourage each other in your faith. Every marriage faces challenges, but trials can lead to growth when handled with faith. Romans chapter 5 verses 3 to 4 offers encouragement. We also glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. Here's how to navigate challenges biblically. Trust God's sovereignty. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Lean on your spouse. Face challenges as a team, not as opponents. Seek wise counsel. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 14. For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. Forgiveness is a cornerstone of a lasting marriage. Jesus teaches in Matthew chapter 18 verses 21 to 22. Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times. Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Forgiveness doesn't erase the hurt, but it sets you free from bitterness and restores intimacy. Colossians chapter 3 verse 13 reminds us, "Forgive as the Lord forgave you." In a Christ-centered marriage, forgiveness is a daily choice to reflect God's grace. Ultimately, marriage is about glorifying God. Matthew chapter 5 verse 16 reminds us, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." When your marriage reflects love, unity, and growth, it becomes a testimony of God's faithfulness. Encourage other couples, serve together, and let your relationship be a beacon of hope in a broken world. So, friends, marriage is a journey of love, unity, and growth. It's not always easy, but with God at the center, it's a journey filled with purpose and joy. Today, ask yourself, how can I better love, honor, and support my spouse? Take these biblical principles and put them into practice. Share this message with someone who needs encouragement, and let's build marriages that glorify God. Until next time, may God's love and peace fill your home. God bless.